Good morning, everybody, and happy Saturday. We are just about to go down to the grow beds and try to figure out for this season exactly how many of them we're going to want to use for planting. But before I can plant anything, we need to put fence around it. So as you can see, we have a bunch of extra fencing that goes all the way down that's not really necessary for what we need. So we're going to, well, first let me introduce John.
Good morning, everybody.
What we're going to do is we're going to measure how much fencing we have down there so we can get a good idea of how much we have as to how much we can go around the grow beds. So John's going to tell you, I thought that that was to keep the animals away from the greenhouses, but John had a different theory about why the fence is there.
I just think that it was to keep them away from the RVs since they have greenhouses constructed around the plants down in the grow beds. I think they kept the animals away that way with the greenhouses.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
That's my theory.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and do that measuring, and we'll come back and update you on our progress.
All right, we finished measuring. We got about 640 linear feet of fencing that we have to use. So we're gonna kind of figure out how many grow beds we can encompass with that, and probably just measure one grow bed to try to get a general idea what that will take care of, like how many beds we can put inside the fencing without buying new fencing, because we've got a lot of resources around us, things that were left behind. So we're trying to be as resourceful as we can, not make any new purchases, not go out and buy things. Yes, we'd like it to look nicer, but we're going to try to use what we got already just to get things going and get them up and started. And down the road, if we want to make it look nicer, we always can, but really functionality is the main word right now. Hello again. We did our measuring for our fencing, how many grow beds we can fence around with what we have on hand. And each of these grow beds is about 85 feet long. You can see where Sue's kind of started into part of that there. And so these other four, we have enough to go around all four of these right here together. And then we got our water source right there with the blue tube. We didn't show you this particular one, but there's several down here that have water. So there's our water. Feel like Jed Clampett there, but I wasn't shooting at anything. And then here's a water source too, so we could utilize that as well. We're still not sure if this water source comes from these large water cisterns, or it's a separate well that's dug in or piped into from the main well. We're not sure about that. But anyway, these are 85 feet long. It's going to be around 24 feet across. So it'll be a little somewhere between 300 and 400 feet of fencing, depending on how much of a buffer we want around the outer edges of all the grow beds on the outsides. So anyway, that's what we found, and that's the game plan going forward, is take down some of the old fencing, move it over here, get it fenced around so we can protect what we grow, or at least what we plant once it starts growing, and make sure it doesn't get eaten up by the critters.